what is the last book you read, or what are you currently reading?
I'm currently reading The Years from Annie Ernaux. It's a story of a woman going through the years of her life since her childhood, which was just after the Second World War, and then she lives in France, and then she goes describing like very beautifully and very accurately how life is during the years and throughout the like her life story. So it's quite amazing because it's a diary, but it's not like a diary her telling about her life, but her telling about their circumstances and what was going on around her, what were like what people used to eat, what they used to talk on the table. So it's quite amazing.
Oh wow.
One of the last books I read would be Shoe Dog by Phil Knight.
Oh, nice. That's the Nike autobiography?
Yeah, exactly. It's Nike's story from beginning to end in his point of view. And it goes through a lot of hardships and more hardships until he gets to where he is now. So it's quite an interesting entrepreneur, go forwards, keep following your dream.
Nice.
Book.
How did you come to that book? Like, what made you pick it up?
One of my absolute dreams is actually to work for Nike. And I figured I'd get to know the company a bit more.
Right.
And it would help in interviews, which I feel like it did.
Yeah. Did you enjoy reading it?
Yes, super. I think it's one of the books I read very quickly.
Okay.
Like I read for very long periods of time. It was super good.
I'm currently reading, I don't know what it is in English. It's like
Can you say it in German?
Das Kind in dir muss Heimat finden. Ja, genau. Das
Alright.
Kind in dir muss Heimat finden. It's about like the relationships between it explains what kind of causes the behavior of parents can have on your children. You know, like for example, if you've got like a trauma from your childhood, then this is a book which explains where this trauma comes from. Not that I've got a trauma, it's just kind of very interesting. Yeah,
Nice. So would you recommend reading it?
yeah, definitely, it's good.
Nice.
So the last book that I read was from Bell Hooks, Speaking Freely. Actually, I read it in the Portuguese language, Brazilian Portuguese. So the author and the book talks about feminism and racism. So she is a black woman from the US, and she talks about her experience as a black woman in her society, within the family, and also I would say a student, and her experience also in the university.
Oh, okay. And did you enjoy reading the book?
Yeah, a lot.
For people
I
to read?
really recommend, and I think it brings awareness about racism, feminism, and also about how our background, our family also impacts how we see the world.
The book I'm currently reading is a book about this guy who goes to Argentina, to Patagonia in the 1970s, I think.
Do you know the name of the book?
Yes, it's Patagonia.
Ah, nice.
But actually I don't remember the name of the author.
And it's the story of how he goes to Argentina?
Yeah, so he talks about how he really wanted to go before, and then when he was younger, he became a reporter, and then he traveled through Argentina to the Patagonia, and he writes about that whole thing. And it's really fun as an Argentine to read about the perspective of I think he's from the UK, the perspective of a British guy in our own country.
How did you find that book? Like, what made you buy it or pick it up?
My boyfriend, he has that book in Dutch, and I was curious, and then I found it at a market, and I bought it
Nice.
in English. Yeah.
Would you recommend reading it for other people?
It's kind of a little bit boring, maybe, but I'm only in the first few hundred, like in the first 100 pages, so maybe it'll get better.
The book is called Stoner by John Williams. Actually, I study psychology, and my diagnostic teacher recommended it because it's about a woman who suffers very severe depression.
Ah, okay. Is it a novel, like
yeah,
a fictional?
It's a novel. It's
okay.
fiction. Yeah.
But it's like interesting from a psychology perspective to see.
To see what the symptoms are and what the severe depression is like. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Would you recommend reading it for other people, or is it more something for?
I'm at page 66 right now, and until now it's very interesting. Stylistically, it's very good, and I would definitely recommend it.
I read Harry Potter, The Chamber of Secrets.
Nice. Can you say in one sentence for people who never heard of that book, what's it about?
It's about magic, I guess.
Okay, nice. Would you recommend reading it?
Yes, for sure. The books are better than the movies.